Dear students, in the previously we discussed how we can do the object detection by using the sliding window technique. Now we are going to discuss about how uh, how we can do the object detection without separating the image into the small grids. That can be done by converting your CNN model into the fully convolutional neural network. Fully convolutional neural network means if you see the LXNet model or any CNN model, at end you can see the fully connected layer, FCN, fully connected layer. So I want to replay those fully connected layer with the convolution layers again. Then it will help to do the object detection without doing the complete image into the small windows. Hope you understand, right? So in the previous case, I am going to identify the object by splitting your complete image into small windows and pass the each grid, each window to the CNN model. Then it will identify whether the dog exists in that window or not. If the dog exists in that window, then that window will be highlighted. That's what how object detection is done. But it is computationally complicated, right? So to avoid that one, what the researchers propose that instead of there is do by doing the small modification in the convolutional neural networks by replacing the fully connected layer with the convolutional layers, then the same thing what we did for the sliding window, same thing can be done here also, but not require the much computation time. So that can be done by in the approach 2 we are doing that one. So what we have to do is launch your digits, and you have to click on the dogs versus cats model, right? So clone that model and give some username. Clone that model means that complete information will be coming copied here also. Yeah, clone job. At the bottom you can see the model settings, right? Here at bottom you can see the model LXNet like that. The LXNet you can click on the customize, because we are using the LXNet customize, right? So this is the pro text. This pro text represents the your how the architecture of the neural network. See, in the previous classes we discussed about how we can build an architecture using the Keras with some 5 to 6 lines of code. So same thing is the CNN architecture in the Caffe. CNN architecture, how the CNN architecture can be built in the Caffe model. So this is the complete code for the Caffe model, and you can see CNO means it's a convolution layer, ReLU activation function, and pooling layer, and again it's another convolution layer, and you can see some fully connected layer at last. You can see, yeah, FC8 means fully connected layer. Actually at the end of the convolution layer you can see the fully connected layer FC8, and there is a one more FC7, one more fully connected layer, and the FC6 another fully connected. That means at the end you can see the fully connected layer, right? We are resizing that complete 2 by 2 or some huge dimensional matrix convolutional layer outputs into the single dimensional matrix, and we are adding some hidden layers, and all the hidden layers are interconnected until the output layer, that is called as the fully connected layers. Now you have to replace all these fully connected layers, FC1, FC6, FC7, and FC8 with convolution layer, then it will help you to get that uh, object detection easily. And if you click here, you can visualize your model. If you click on visualize, you can visualize the model, how that AlexNet model looks like. See, this is AlexNet model. So convolution layer, pooling layer, convolution layer, pooling layer, convolution layer, and convolution layer, convolution layer, and pooling layer, and it's a fully connected layer, another fully connected layer, another fully connected layer with the dropouts. So and finally you are going to use the softmax factor function. You are going to estimate the accuracy and the loss. This is how the Caffe model builds the AlexNet. Caffe builds AlexNet. Okay, fine. Now what we have to do, see, uh, your visualization over. So what he is doing is, actually I said, right, we have to replace all the fully connected layer with the convolution layer. So we can replace the fully connected layer see the previous, so we'll go. Yep. Fully connected layer F6 with the convolution layer. If you want to replace the convolution layer, then you have to replace this piece of code in FC6 place. Where is the FC6? Layer FC6, FC7, FC6, right? So from this layer up to here layer. So this is replaced with that convolution layer, that code which I have copied here. Similarly, for FC7 also there na. For FC7, where it is, sorry, yeah, FC7, yep, FC7, FC8 also you have to replace with this layer, convolution layer, and this convolution layer, convolution 8 replace with FC. So you have to copy paste all this code and replace this code. Otherwise, at bottom you may confuse it. If you copy one by one, if you take con6 code and replace with the FC6, and if you replace con7 with by FC7 with con7, FC8 by con8 one by one, you may miss something. And one more thing you have to observe how this code looks like. See, so that's also some important here. Con1 type convolution layer, bottom data, top con1 here. See, con1, it is the bottom of data, bottom of the data, it is a convolution layer. See, so and above the con1, so like that they have that's how we are developed here. See, con1 layer, bottom of the data, I have shown that data image, and top of the con1 where it will represent the learning rate and everything. So like that it was designed, that architecture was designed. So you may miss, suppose if you replace a con weight, if you replace FC8 with the con weight and FC7 with con7, you may miss some more code. Then that's why they have provided. If you got no errors, great job. If you got one, read it. Then what you have to do? Just click here. Then you will get the complete code. You will get the complete code. Just copy paste complete code. Yep, that's better, because meantime once certification is completed, then you can brainstorm it, how we can change the each parameter, how we can change the each parameter. Meanwhile, I am using the CAFE code of the complete LXNet model, like Keras TensorFlow CAFE is one of the framework for deep learning. Now I want to replace here. That's it. So you can't find FC6, FC7, FC8 here. You can't find. See, Control F. FC6, no FC6, right? And no FC7 and no FT8, because we are replacing all the fully connected layers into convolution layers. Con8, con6 otherwise. Yep, con6, because I am replacing the F6 with con6. I hope you understand, right? Now you can visualize if you want. You can visualize the complete LXNet architecture, but we are changing the LXNet model now. We are replacing all the fully connected layer with convolution layers, right? It's fine. Hope you understand, right? So now what to do? Here go. Yep. So after replacing everything, so now you have to model in fully convolutional network. You have to give the model name as fully convolutional layer or convolutional network. Convolutional network. Now create. Now the training is in progress. Yeah? Training is in progress. still. It may take some time to train. Yeah, students. So training was completed for the fully convolutional network model. Fully convolutional network model. Next, we will see what to do in the instruction sheet. Once you have trained the model, replace the fixme job directory below of your model job directory, not a data, your model job directory. How we can get them? This is the model, right? So this is the model job directory. Fully convolutional network, that's the model. So that's the model job directory. So just fix here and put it. It will have the pro text information and also it will have the CAFE model information. All right. And next, what to do? So this is taking the model file from the job directory, taking the weights, and enable the GPU and take the input image, right? Take the input image and now create a classifier, net classifier based on the model file and based on the pre-trained weights. So you have to create them. Now pass the data and so completely you have to include this cell. Yeah, see. So this is it's not a sliding window type, but based on the convolution layer. Based on the convolution layer, so fully convolutional network. So it will able to some parts of object is able to identify. Of course, there are some other parts of the even though in these sections object is not available, but it's showing wrongly. But most of the parts where the object is located, it was covered. Most of the parts where the object was located, it was covered. So this is how, what the advantage of this one is, it will require the less computation when compared to the previous case, sliding window technique. So here we are using the fully convolutional neural network for this object segmentations, for this object segmentation, okay. And so if you want to free the memory, just use this section to free the complete memory, okay, fine. Now LXNet, we worked on the LXNet, now we will work on the DetectNet. Now we will work on the DetectNet. So here what I am doing is include this cell. Right, actually in the object detection case, you can't pass the data like an image directly. In case of the localization is required. Then what you have to do is, in an image, you have to, while preparing the data, you have to localize the each object by a rectangular box around, by drawing the rectangular box around that. So that can be done by using the TF records, TensorFlow records. So that the TF records will help you. So this is the image, and in these corners, XY corners, so you have an object, this object, and these XY coordinates you have an object, this object, like that it will show. So you have the two objects. You observe one object is a dog, another object is some boat, right? Now, what is the output here? Showing. Yeah. See what it represents is a dog. This is about the where dog exists. It's the corners of the top and bottom corners of the dog. XY coordinates at top and bottom, 161.29 and 129.03 and 291.61 and 428.39. These are the corners, right? So 161, x coordinate is 161 and y coordinate is 129, this point, and coming to this point, it is x coordinate is 291 and y coordinate is 400. Like that you have to draw a box and it will create a coordinates like this. So this is the image and corresponding your dog object and surfboard object information is available like this. Okay. So what next we have to do for this object detection data set? So from the clicks, click on digits home screen. So I will close this one. This is completed. Now from digits on screen. Okay. Um, Select datasets. Yep. Datasets. Add new object detection dataset. So here images object detection datasets. Okay. So object detection dataset. Note that the parameters will look different than with the classification. These are the parameters which are different from the what the classification dataset parameters looks like. Now what we do is when the new object detection dataset panel opens, then note that the parameters will look different. Okay, you reprocess the options from the image below. So you have to use these options. Under training image folder, you have to take the image information from this path, training image folder, and training label folder, these things, labeling folder, training labeling folder. So make sure that there is no space, otherwise it may throw an error. So and what next, validation image folder, that means validation data, oh sorry. It's completed. Validation images folder, you have to copy this one and paste validation image folder here, and make sure that there is no space. What next? Validation image folder or validation label folder, because for training data and testing data we require the labeling information. Validation label folder, if there is any space, just try to remove it. What next? Pad image 640 by 640. Pad image is 640 by 640. So we have to make all the images irrespective of the actual size of your image. You have to make it all the 640 by 640. So 640 by 640. Okay. Now pad image. Okay. 640 by 640 pad image. And next is custom classes. Don't care and dog custom classes. Don't care dog, and group name MS Coco. Group name, you have to create a group name MS Coco. You have to create a data set Coco dog. You have to create the data set. Now once everything is fine, now you don't have to wait the data set to finish load, and finally you have to click on create the data set, create the data set. It's creating the data set. Testing database is running. just to have to wait. Yeah, three students that the creation of the data set was completed. Next, what we have to do is go to digits and go to model and images, create a new model called object detection, right? And select the COCODOC data set which already created and set the number of epochs equal to 1 and select the yellow and epochs equal to 1. But what to do here is epochs equal to 1. Now see, diploprotest contains what diploprotest contains? It consists the cafe code to build a CNN architecture, right? So this is the CNN architecture cafe code um, for the detectnet, right? So what to do here is I'm getting the protext here. Now visualize what we have to do is detectnet deployment custom network. Yeah, come down. You can see somewhere custom network. Okay, custom network. Now you have to paste it. That means we are customizing some new network. But in this lab, the detect is not available. So we take that code from the source and we are copied here. And you can visualize this network, detect net. And previously we are visualizing the LXNet. Later we visualized fully convolutional layer LXNet. Now it is a detect net. So how deep this network was. See. It's very complex when compared to the LXNet model, especially used for the object detection. Very deep neural network, this one. So, so that's why what they said is so we can stop here. Don't train it again because uh, why they don't train it is because see, it will took around 16 hours on NVIDIA Tesla K80 supercomputer. Okay, for only one epoch, somewhere they mentioned for one epoch. So that's what I am suggesting is don't train. Just we are I'm demonstrating you how we can build a custom network, how we can uh, create a data set, how we can create a data set for object detection. But don't train because it may take more time. It will take more time. So now your GPU task 5, I think. Yeah, task 5 also completed. In this task 5, you are going to learn about how we can do the object detection by using the sliding window technique, and how we can do the object detection by using the fully convolutional network. And also, actually, we didn't try, but we learned how we can use DetectNet also, but we didn't train because it will take them more time. So that's why we are, as per their instructions, we didn't run anything else. So now we are go to the next GPU task 5. Task 5 is completed. Now go to tasks, next one. Click on the next. Oh no, I think sorry. I have to. So we can close this one, and close this one, and object 65 you have to stop it. I forget to stop. Huh? So stop the stop the task 5. Yes, it's fine. Next, click next. So there's a 5 GPU tasks. Yes. So congrats, you just completed the first course of deep learning at this point. What next we have to do? So in this complete course, we did image classification, small data set, and image classification of the big data set, and the deployment, just performance improvement, and later object detection. All are completed in this course. Now click on next. I think there is a hands-on session also there. We have to complete it. On the course tab, there is a hands-on session. Click on the course. Assessment. You have to do the assessment also, right? So all these improving performance and everything is completed. Where I missed actually, yeah, or maybe you have to do course and survey. You have to fill this course and survey. Okay, so after that, I click next and some mm, information and some project. Yeah, finally you are able to see the assessment. Right, you are able to see the assessment. After giving that feedback, click next, and finally you can find the assessment. So you have to click on the assessment to complete the assessment as a finalist. If you did not pass, go back and study, try again. If you did pass, you will be able to generate the certificate under the progress tab. So after completing the GPU task 5, click next. Maybe you are able to see some feedback. You have to provide some feedback to the NVIDIA people after. After that, click next like that. So you will get some bookmark pages like that. Finally, you can see this assessment project where you are going to do some project, and you have, after getting the proper result, then you will get pass, and you can get the certificate. So it will take some time. Still taking some time. Yep. Now launch option was enabled, so we can launch the task. So you can go to the instructions given by the given. So yeah. So what to do here? At this point, we have worked through a full deep learning workflow. So we have loaded the dataset, trained the model, deployed your model into the simple application, validate your learning by attempting to replicate the worksheet problem. Fine. So here we have to include a dataset which consists of two classes. Dataset contains the two classes. One is the whale face and not whale face. That have the whale face. The image have the face of the whale, and another class of image containing the not face contains the images we don't include the face of the whale. So two classes. One class contains the whale faces, another class doesn't contain the whale faces. Now we have to, that data set will be available here. Now what to do? First of all, we have to create the data set, right? So your challenge, use digits, train the model, identify the new whale faces with an accuracy more than 80%. Okay, first thing. So that thing first we have to do. Okay, whether there is a whale or not, we have to do the accuracy, at least 80% of accuracy, training accuracy. So for that, we have to click on the digits. So already copied the dataset path, right? Now what to do? Go to datasets, images, classification, because it is a whale or not whale, create some name, username. In the training image folder, you have to paste it. Two classes, whale or not whale, validation 25%, 20% for the training. It's better to keep none to reduce the computation time. Dataset, whale dataset. So you have to create that. Everything fine, right? Yeah. Create whale dataset. So it's a creating now. So that's it, creation was completed. So next we have to create the model. So go to digits, model, images, classification model, whale dataset I want to use. I want to run it for the 5 epochs. If I'm not reaching the 80% of accuracy, because they mentioned 80% accuracy, I will improve the epochs also. So everything fine. And I want to use the LXNet model, and I'm the whale detector something. Yep. No. Okay, fine. Whale model. Right? So LXNet model, train up to 5 epochs, use the whale dataset. Hope everything fine. Now create. So we expect 80% of accuracy. Okay, orange color accuracy. After 5 epochs, at least we expect 80%. Yes, it's nice, right? Even after first epoch, it reaches more than 90. Training is in progress. So these are the machines on which we are working. We are using actually the memory is around I think 14 GB. We are using 2.89 GB memory. Yeah, it's completed. Training was completed fine. Good. Training completed, and how much accuracy you are getting? See, is around 98% of accuracy you are getting. They are expecting 80%. It's fine now. Okay. So that's over. The first task is completed. Now deploy your model by modifying and saving the Python application. Submission. Return the word whale if the image contains the whale face, and not whale if the. Now we have to deploy. So deployment, you can use the source code. Yeah. So this is the whale and this is the not whale case. Once you run these two cells, you expect a whale here and not whale here, then your assessment was passed. Right? So for that you have to use the submission py Python 5. You have to use the submission py Python 5. So click this one also, submission py Python 5. And this deployment will help you to how we can deploy and everything. This is what we followed in case of the deployment task 3. It may help you. You can read if you have any doubt. And submission py. What you have to do, and here we have to replace your architecture file, right? And here we have to replace with your weight file, right? And here we have to replace with our mean GPG, right? So these things we have to do carefully. So for that you have to go here. You can take some. You can use this some piece of code additionally. You have to use this piece of code, model job directory, and come to submission py. Keep here model job directory. So in the model job directory, you have to take the job directory. Job directory in the here. Model job directory. Paste it here. Control C. Control V, model job directory here, right? Perfect. What next? Now you have to give the architecture. You have to use these two things. May help you. Yep. Architecture and this one, deploy ProText, and you have to check what it's giving. So for that, it's better to execute this one outside, where in the assessment they are giving some cells, right? Yeah, you can execute this one, what model job directory consists. Yeah. So now in the submission PY, in the architecture they are using deploy.protest. Is it available here? Deploy.protest, yes, it's available. Fine. Next. Here what I have called it architecture, waits snapshot underscore HTML 735 cafe model. Check whether it is available. 735 cafe model? No. Snapshot 270 cafe model is available. So that means you have to write here instead of 730, 270, right? Snapshot it a 270 cafe model. Snapshot 270 cafe model, right? Perfect. What next? So this GPU is enabled already. GPU is set mode. GPU is enabled. Your cafe set mode. GPU is enabled. So you keep it at bottom. For computation, right? What next? So you have to net a cafe classifier. You have to pass architecture and weights. Here architecture and weights. These two things you have to copy. What next? Come to the here mean image. You have to use the job directory for your data set, right? So for that you have to go to digits, whale model, go to digits and go to data sets. Click on whale. Now copy this job directory of the data set. Job directory of the data set. Okay, fine. So now job directory passed. Meanwhile, you can copy this code, job directory code, somewhere here. Okay, and what is the job directory? I already copied here, otherwise I will copy once again. Copy, and the job directory file you have to paste here. Job directory file also paste it. Data job directory, this is the model job directory. Okay, fine. Now, so we have to check it. So what this contains? Go here and you can check and use ls of code to display what the contains or the contents available in the data job directory. It contains mean image, mean JPG must be available. Yes, it's available. Fine, good. So what we did next? Yeah, this data job directory plus mean image we have to call. Data job directory plus mean image, where cafe.io.load image, where it is cafe.io.load image. Yep, mean image for mean image. So you have to cafe.io.load image, mean image. So you have to use it. So I can call directly, otherwise the piece of code is sufficient, I think. Mean image. Okay, I will comment this one. Cafe.io.load image, data job directory, in the data job directory, we have the mean.jpg, right? We have mean.jpg. So I think everything was fine. Everything was fine. Now we'll check. Now save it. Save. Okay. Now go to assessment. Now go to assessment. Now something we have to do. One more thing I forget. Yeah. Here what to do? So if it is a whale and not whale, we have to write some if condition, right? So for that you can go down. Yep. You can use this one. If prediction argmax equal to 0, first one is 0, then I think see whale and not whale, right? So alphabets not whale is in the first label, 0th label. Then you have to keep here not whale, otherwise you can keep here not equal to 0. Then it will work. I think so. Save. Now see what happened. I'm feeling yeah, somewhere missing. So something is missing, right? Yes. Go to submission py. Some net have not where here this one prediction right. So you have to do the some prediction code. Yep, this one. Sometimes we miss prediction equal to net dot predict. Yep. It's a ready image. No, it's the input image. You have to paste here input image, right? Now save it. Hope it will work. Right now, yeah, perfect. It's what we are expecting. Whale. God, not really we are getting, right? So then what to do? Then we have to modify this code as same. So maybe first index labeling is for the whale and second index for the not whale here. So I keep 0 as it is. Now we required this should written whale, right? Yep, whale. It's fine. Now go to second cell, execute it. We expect not whale. Not whale. Fine, perfect. Fine. Now, yes, your assessment also completed. You will get the tick mark. You can click on assessment. You can click on assessment video grading. Yeah, you correctly trained and deployed whale face successfully. You passed. Yep, thank you. Fine. Once you passed the assessment, then you can click on the progress. Yeah, you will. You see, all four bar charts must be 100% reached. Then you can click on view certificate. Once you click on view certificate, you will get like this certificate. You will get the certificate like this. Now print certificate. You can print certificate, and you can save it in your machine, and later you can upload in LinkedIn, whatever where you want. but you can upload in LinkedIn. Venkatramana Veeramseti with your name, the certification name, Innovative Deep Learning Institute, and everything will be available. You may get 2020 because is it 2019 because I completed in 2019 this course. That's why it's like that. So you can save like this. Hope it's completed. Thank you all. Yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you.